Hey guys, I'm Brian, and this is Smokey Uncuffed. So today I'm going to shoot a little video, and I'm going to call it Excuses Part 1. This is just going to be kind of about excuses that I've gotten on traffic stops. Just some of them are funny, some of them, what am I doing there? I'm just zooming in and out like a madman. So anyway, I'm just going to show you what I've been doing today real quick. I've been out here in the shop, so if any of you follow my other channel, Smokey CNC Woodworks, y'all remember whenever I cut this one and I told you it was a mess up. So right now I'm just waiting on some stain to dry, because this is what it's actually supposed to look like, with this young lady's name down below it and reporter. And so I'm just out here today waiting on stain to dry, and gonna throw some polyurethane on it here in a little bit when it dries up. So unfortunately, no, I don't have a video for the other channel today. I'm just out here filling orders, and while I'm waiting on some stuff to dry, I'm going to sit outside, and hopefully I don't have to wear my sunglasses the whole time because it's awful bright outside, but it's a nice day, and I'll share some stuff with you. Okay, so like I said, this one's going to be called Excuses Part 1, and the reason I'm going with the Part 1 is because as I've thought about this stuff, I've came up with a bunch of them from 20 years that are comical, common ones that people use, and later down the road there may be an Excuses Part 2, simply because the more I've thought about it, I've thought of several from over 20 years that are pretty comical, or common ones that I didn't think of right off the bat. So in the end, do excuses work? Rarely. I mean, every time you stop with somebody, most people have an excuse for why they were breaking the law and why it should be okay. I mean, in the end, speed limit's speed limit, and that's just how we have to look at it. It has to be fairly black and white. I mean, sure, we're going to be lenient here and there, but I mean, we'll get into some of the excuses. One of the favorites is, you gotta go to the bathroom. Oh, I really gotta go to the bathroom. Well, generally I would get those on the interstate where I work, and or I worked. Not quite used to that yet, but and what's funny about it, where I'm stationed at, there is a gas station. The gas station is roughly about 9 to 10 miles apart. I mean, so it's hard for you to tell me, well, I was doing 95 miles an hour, I really gotta go to the bathroom. Yeah, you just passed a gas station 7 miles ago, so it just hits you. I mean, and that's possible. I'm not going to disagree with that, but really, you're an adult and you're out here driving, and you can't manage your bladder better than that. I mean, and so most of the time you tell me you got to go to the bathroom when you're doing 95 miles an hour, that's probably not going to work. So the funniest thing about them is whenever you would get somebody that would say they're going, oh, I got to go to the bathroom really bad, and when they do it, and you could turn around and say, well, there's one right there that you just passed. Oh, well, I just didn't want to stop at that one. Well, so you decided to go ahead and speed. So, I mean, obviously stuff like that, you didn't need to go to the bathroom. You're just trying to throw that out there to get out of the ticket. So the funny side of it's whenever you would go ahead and just write them the ticket, and there was a bathroom just ahead, and you would watch them and follow them, and they'd cruise right on by after you wrote the ticket. Suddenly that urge to go to the bathroom went away with the citation. But that one's one that we hear a lot, and does it work? No, it really probably won't. All right, so the next one's going to probably not make about as much sense to you as it did always to me whenever I'd catch it. Why are you driving so fast? Well, I'm about to run out of gas. Okay, so you're about to run out of gas, so you sped up 20 over the speed limit. You are aware that the faster you go, the more gas your car eats. I mean, rarely will you go 50 miles an hour and bump up to 70 miles an hour and the car's getting better gas mileage. I mean, if that ever happens, I'd like to see what car that is, because and you would get that on the interstate a lot. I mean, more than anywhere. That, oh, I'm about to run out of gas. There's a gas station right up here, and I go, yeah, but there was one 4 miles ago you passed on both sides of the interstate. Take your pick. Well, I just wanted to go to this one. So you sped up. So again, slow down. I mean, so if you thought you could make it at 95 miles an hour to this gas station, you could have made it at 70. So no, I mean, that one's never going to work. In fact, it's just comical to me that somebody would say that, because how would you think by driving faster you're conserving fuel and having a better chance to get to the gas station? I mean, I don't know. I have never figured that one out, but it's one I've heard many times over the years, and that one's never worked. So the next one that I hear a lot, which this one could and couldn't work, it's, oh, I'm going to the hospital, got somebody in the hospital, and it's emergency. Well, the thing of it is, you know, we've got 8-10 hours out there when we're working, and so you tell me that, I'll ask you which hospital you're going to, and I'll call them. Tell them who I am, and if we have this name admitted anywhere in the hospital, I don't need to know what their crisis is, just if they've got them. And the number of times that I've done that, I bet out of all the times I've done it, I maybe had 2 that actually had somebody in the hospital. They were just throwing out there, oh, mom's in the hospital and this is her name. No, mom's not in the hospital. And if it is, you've told me the wrong hospital, and again, your problem, you're speeding to the wrong hospital. And so whenever you do that, no, that won't work at all. And now granted, the 2 that said, yeah, we've got them here, they're in the ER, it's a big deal, I might let you go, but I'm still going to be on you about slowing down, because driving that fast still isn't safe. Now, I've had them that have said, oh, I'm going to the hospital, or my passenger's going to the hospital, and again, that's probably not going to work great, because I always had something to come back with on that. You tell me, oh, and so you're driving 90 miles an hour, so if it's that big of an emergency, I can call you an ambulance, and we'll have an ambulance out here in 5 minutes, because there's one not far away from that interstate. And, oh, no, well, it's not that bad. So it's not bad enough for you to be speeding, I'll be right back. And so I'd go back and take care of business and come back up and just tell them to drive the speed limit. Now, there was one occasion where one said that they were trying to get to a hospital, and they were flying along, and it was for the passenger. And I'll give them, the passenger didn't look well. And I said, well, if it's that big of a hurry, let me call you an ambulance. And the driver just flat looked at me and said, will you? Okay, I went back and called an ambulance, and the guy was actually having a cardiac event. Wrote him nothing. I mean, again, not legal, but if it was my loved one, would I panic and fly to the hospital? You betcha. I mean, so I'm not saying it's okay, and I'm not saying everyone's going to let you go on that, but just looking at it from my side of things, I thought, well, you know, they were just panicked and trying to do the right thing, but were doing the wrong thing in the process. So that one can and cannot work, but you better really have a medical emergency, because if I call that ambulance, that's going to be expensive, and it's going to be a lot worse than what a citation would be. And so just telling me that you're going to the hospital to see somebody, trust us, we'll sit out there and check it out. And whenever you're wrong, you're going to get every bit of it, because if you just flat line to me, I'm not going to be very lenient. So another one, this is one I haven't heard much. I mean, I've heard it a few times, but usually they're not doing 90, 95 miles an hour whenever I get them. I got a lady one day on the interstate, and she was, I don't remember, she's doing 90, 95, and she said, I said, well, why am I driving so fast? And she says, well, I'm lost. So you sped up? I mean, I don't understand. If you're lost, why would you speed up? Because now you may just be getting lost faster. And so I slowed her down. I said, well, where are you going? And she said, well, I'm trying to get here. And since I was already kind of, I don't know, humored by the fact that she said she had sped up because she was lost, I said, well, I hope that's not true, because you can't get there from here. And wow, what a mistake. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. I said, well, you can't get there from here. She immediately starts hyperventilating. I mean, immediately. I mean, to the point that I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to call an ambulance. I should have never said that. And so I get her calmed down. And I mean, I'm there 15, 20 minutes, and I get her calmed down. and get her smoothed out, get a map out, direct her how to get there, which is what I should have done to begin with instead of trying to be a funny guy. But it just struck me as funny. So I sat there and helped her through with the map, drew the way, wrote her a warning and cut her loose, because I mean I'd already caused enough trauma on this. I mean I wasn't, that was not my intent at all, but that's what happened. And so, you know, I mean, you do realize that sometimes out here I should just be straight business, but the truth of it is when you're out here doing this, sometimes there's a lot of humor in what you're doing, because just some people's answers and the remarks are just too funny to pass up. But that's one that was lesson learned. So the next one that I got said they were lost, I definitely didn't say, well, you can't get there from here. So basically, guys, I mean, in the end, you get stopped. Honesty's probably your best bet. Why were you driving so fast? I really don't have a good reason. I just driving too fast. Or I was just thinking about other things, wasn't paying attention to speed limit. And honestly, the paying attention thing, that's really not a good one. I mean, because don't tell me you're not paying attention, because, well, if you're not paying attention to how fast you're going, are you paying attention to anybody around you, or the road, or what's going on in the area? So I mean, not paying attention is not good. But just telling me, you know, I don't have a good excuse. I was just driving fast, singing along with the music, and I just let my foot get heavy. Honesty is your best bet, because I mean, we do deal, or these guys that are out here doing this, they do deal with enough people that over time you can really tell when somebody's just filling you full of it and they're being honest and truthful. I mean, or just trying to get out of a ticket. You can tell either way what they're trying to do is just trying to work their way out of a ticket. So in the end, honesty is going to be your best bet. So that would probably be the excuse I'd go with. Other than that, I can't think of anything that would work. If you're speeding, you're speeding. I mean, that's the facts of it. So guys, that's about all I've got for this one. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.